ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Love from the gun.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there on the option. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
2nd and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on 3rd and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
They'll go with the keeper. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Brandon, 3rd and goal from the 1, and they go quarterback sneak, and they expected a surge up front. The surge came from the defense.
Yeah, it looked like there was no surprise defensively. They were ready.
Yeah, totally stacked it up, unable to get it on 3rd down.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Love now back near his goal line. Rolling to his right. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He's going to try and take off with it. Oh, look at the juke. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Adolphe Irway gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. He'll decide to keep this once more. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. On play action, they'll throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Love. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Love with a give to Dillon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running left is Dillon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Love looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Throwing. Love. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10, 5. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him from going all the way.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
At the Packers' 4-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go bootleg. Love.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Love. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
First down, Love to pass. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Very short kick taken right at the 20 and able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
This one fielded at the 5.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's the option.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
They'll drop to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
I know we saw the pass and the completion, and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still...
And trying to get it to runs, but it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He's going to keep this again.
He finds, and the ball is knocked out. And this is going to be Packer football.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Love. He'll buy some time right.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And some room to work. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch out.
Now a handoff to Dillon.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They run once more with Dillon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. He was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys see you have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Shifts past him at the 45. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Here's a 2nd and 7. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Packers 24.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
On the handoff, Dillon.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Love. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Love looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. They'll roll him out right.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Well, he was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Second and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And Carlson missed it. Pulled it to the left. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Vikings, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.